We're back, trading the NASDAQ. Today I'm definitely bullish, but I'm honestly starting to lean bearish just the way the ES is looking. We start on we'll go on the monthly time frame. We did rebalance to this monthly gap last week. Starting to see a little bit of rejection. Obviously it's still early, but rejecting off of that. And then if we go to the weekly time frame, we are SMTing these lows just off of that rebalance to the monthly gap. If we go to the daily time frame, we do have this unfilled daily gap above. I forgot to mention that or mark that out. We do have this unfilled daily gap above. Don't know what this line is. There's an unfilled daily gap that we could potentially target. And then I don't think, ES doesn't have a daily gap. But anyway, SMTing the lows, rebalance from the monthly gap, have a daily gap to target. The only reason I could see a bearish move is we still are technically rejecting this 4-hour gap. We are starting to break out of this range just a little bit, but the fact that we just rebalanced to the monthly gap could mean that it's not necessarily we're breaking out of the range, we're just rebalancing to the monthly gap. But starting to see a little bit of rejection off of that monthly gap, so that's kind of why I'm bullish but still bearish. But the reason why I could see shorts is, like I said, we're still respecting this 4-hour gap technically. And if we go to the lower time frame here, it's just straight slanted liquidity. I'm kind of using this 15-minute to kind of base how price is going to close at open. But what I'd like to see happen for longs is I want price to come lower. Obviously both pairs, ES preferably take out all this liquidity and sweep out this internal low, giving us an SMT, and then also ES come lower or NQ come lower and hit this 1-hour gap to then get a long. And then if we go higher at open, I would like us to sweep this buy side liquidity, basically resweeping inside the 4-hour gap. And then cherry on top would be if we can come up into this 1-hour gap as well. I love it when we manipulate into fresh gaps. But anyway, come higher, manipulate into maybe a fresh gap, resweep this high, as well as ES resweeping. And is this 1-hour gap the same as? No, it's not. But either way, kind of neutral. It is a no news Monday. It's a no news week. So don't really know what to expect. I honestly don't think I've ever traded a week where there's literally no high impact news. So could be good. Could be a final chance for price to break out of this range and stop just having ridiculous manipulation. But we shall see here. Definitely going to be selective today, though. I can tell you that. Market has opened. We do end up respecting this 15-minute gap, but it does look like we're manipulating higher. Like I said, it's just ES with all this slanted liquidity on the 5 and 15-minute. It's just, look at all of that. How do I necessarily short against this? Especially this is technically low resistance because we are rejecting off of a high time frame gap. We do have a 730 data wick as well from, it's news, but it's not necessarily scheduled news. So, but it still is his technically high impact, I guess you could say. Iran announced some sort of partial agreement or 10-day agreement or something that drove price higher temporarily. But this could be a chop fest, honestly. Just the fact that it's a no news Monday, and I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be bullish, and it's just gonna be a really slow, weird distribution week. Just to rebalance and maybe even come back and just start ranging again. I don't know. With this war and the way that everything's been, it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen, but we shall see though. ES is going to that buy side liquidity like I wanted us to. I could still see a short even if we don't take the buy side on NQ, just because we are resweeping inside this 15-minute gap. Price is not in a position to distribute, and like I said, it's all low resistance below us as well as an imbalance. The only thing that another reason why I was leaning maybe a little bit bearish or bullish is we are closing out of this range right here. Yes, didn't, but I don't know. We shall see. Looks like we're about to take this buy side on NQ. Take that buy side. I would like to see ES take it as well. Be something like this. It's just really slow PA. I don't know. It's like I can't be afraid to take a loss, but I also can't be taking something I don't necessarily like. I do like that we're souping this buy side. It's just such slow PA. I can't even. There's just no volatility right now. I'll be honest. Low key sucks. So now I would have to take more than likely this 3-minute because this 30-second gap would be a 1-minute gap, which then would be a 2-minute gap. Like I said, I could see us hit this 1-hour gap and then reject. Yes, it's just stalling at this buy side. Just like besides the 30-second, we've had nothing but up candles. So it's would I trust a 30-second right here? I don't know about all that. I would just rather take this 3-second, this 3-minute. If we start rejecting off of this 1 hour we just souped and it's a strong inversion, I will take this 3-minute. Something like this. Yes, took the buy side. Ooh. Yes, souped the buy side. We hit this 1 hour gap. Both pairs are now in a position to distribute. I want to see rejection right now. This 5 minute will form in 3 minutes, so I'm really hoping that this 3 minute just starts going now, because I don't want to have to take a 5 minute, and it would have to be this 3 minute. So this wouldn't be a bad trade. I like this trade. We have plenty of narrative to go lower, but like I said, I could see a slow, just weird distribution higher. Do get that initial mitigation sweep. There's just no imbalances. I mean, when you see price action distribute this slowly, not volatile at all, it's no news Monday. It's just not good. Genuinely, it's just not good. Now this 5 minute is going to form, it looks like. Like I said, this daily gap. Daily FEG. I think that's where we want to go. We probably are just going to go there with no entry. I don't necessarily like shorts off of the daily gap. This like 1 hour gap was in my last line of defense. ES looks fucking amazing right now. Look at this 30-second short on ES. Didn't even inverse, but that shit might play. I don't know, especially if we end up inversing this 4 hour at 10 a.m. Other than this 15-second, there's no valid entries for me to take, and I don't take 15 seconds, so I could see this 15-second up here playing. It would be something like this, and then probably just target on 1-to-1, but ES is about to form a 15 minute. That's gonna play. I know exactly where that's gonna play too. I am curious. We have that initial mitigation sweep. At this point, I'm honestly hoping that we are bullish. That way, we maybe inverse this 4 hour gap that we're currently in still. Open up a 15 minute at 10 a.m. Manipulate lower into that 15 minute, and then get some sort of long to this daily gap. Like I said, that I think we could definitely be going towards. I just feel like if we were to be bearish, we would be bearish now. Like we have all the narrative, both pairs are in our position to distribute. You have target lower, all low resistance below you. Like I said, it is a no news Monday, so you can never really say, but looks like we might get a re-sweep SMT. It's just no imbalance though. This isn't bad. SMT, I'm taking this. If we get strong displacement, don't get the inversion, but if we just start getting strong displacement, I'll take it. But if ES wants to re-sweep and this SMT fails, I probably won't take it. But real quick, there's a 5 minute. No, I think we want to go to this daily gap. Thought that would be the short, get that SMT re-sweep, but yep, cooked. We're bullish. We are bullish. Probably just gonna go to the daily gap with no fucking entries. Kazakhstan, what the fuck? Wow, look at that volatility kick. I want to take this so bad. Okay, so I'm in this 1 minute, targeting this 5 minute gap. And with 6 contracts, so pretty de-risked here, targeting this 5 minute gap. Confirm. So we get that re-sweep. Hopefully we just flush out and hit this 5 minute gap. Once ES hits it, I'm gonna go break even. Just create it today. Get that re-sweep. ES just had straight slant of liquidity leading up to this 5 minute imbalance. I could see this failing because we want to go to the daily gap. We've been just distributing off of open, but we shall see. I'm pretty de-risked here, so if I do take an L here, it's not that big of a deal. Not the greatest inversion, but ES did have a really good inversion. Like I said, just slanted liquidity leading up to an imbalance. All of this, I like this. I like the fact that both pairs reswept as well too, but like I said, not the greatest inversion. That's a good candle closure after the fact, but not too bad. Hopefully we just flush out though. Won't be that crazy of a win because I am de-risked, but for no news Monday, I will take it. And once I'm break even on this trade now, just because ES did hit this 5 minute. So hopefully we just flush out to my TP now. Definitely want to protect capital on a day like this. ES took my draw. Definitely just hoping we just flush out now, but not a bad trade. Well, random rejection. I think ES didn't even hit it. I think ES literally left perfect lows. Yeah, now ES hit it. So now I would be break even on the trade anyway. Great volatility kick. Holy shit, holy dump. What did Trump tweet? What is going on? I'm break even, so we'll see, but just flush out. I like that ES is dumping though. All right, TP hit. First win of the week, first day of the week. I will take that trade all day. Beautiful re-sweep. Targeting that 5 minute imbalance. Honestly, that's a really big win for me because I've been struggling to execute and just take the trade that I like that trade. I like the displacement. I like the way the ES looked. I de-risked and I still made about 500. So I will take that. Anyway, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.